stand today united hand in hand, heart in heart, reflecting over these last 12 months, these last 365 days, where you proved how faithful you are. You proved how merciful you are. There were countless times this year that we did things that were deserving of your wrath. But being the loving God that you are, instead of sending punishment, you sent mercy after me. My life is evident that grace and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. No matter where I've gone, no matter what I've done, right behind me there was grace. Right behind me there was mercy. Ready to offer me the things that I need. Grace brought you into my presence. Mercy allowed me to stand in your presence. You never disowned me. You never pushed me away. You never turned your back on me. I can't say the same thing about me. My behavior sometimes made it look like I wasn't your child. My decisions sometimes look like I turned my back on you. But I'm grateful to have a God who pursues. I'm grateful to have a God who has no shadow of turning in him, no variableness whatsoever. You made up your mind about me before I was conceived in my mother's womb. I'm grateful, God, that you didn't wait till I was living to make up your mind. I'm grateful that you chose what my destiny would be before I had a chance to sin, before I had a chance to disappoint, before I had a chance to fail. You decided who I would be. And God, I cannot deny I see your hand throughout my life. You've been blocking, you've been pushing back, you've been closing doors, you've been opening doors, you've been holding back the enemy. You've been allowing me to have measured consequences. Measured consequences. You made sure it hurt enough to change me, but not hurt enough to kill me. And for that, I'm grateful. The pain was enough to make me stop at my tracks, but you made sure it wasn't so strong that I would give up. God, I thank you. The pain was just enough to make me fall to my knees in prayer instead of falling to my knees in defeat. God, I thank you for that. You know how to measure it just for me. You are a customizing God. My journey isn't like my neighbor because I didn't need what they needed. I didn't need the correction that they needed. I needed what you had for me, and you were specific for me. And for that, God, I say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. At the beginning of this year, Holy Spirit, you said something to me that shook me. You said, just get through 2018. Lord, I didn't like that message. But you had to tell me, because you're Jehovah Jireh. You saw what the year would hold for me. And you said, just get through it. And the fact that you gave me those instructions made me aware that I had what I needed in me to get through it. Had you not said that, God, I might have quit. Let me correct that, Lord. I might have quit for real. I quit several times, just not for real. I'm grateful that it's not just me in here. It's me and you in here. And so every time Wendell quit, you stayed the resurrection. Every time Wendell laid down to die, you became the resurrection. Every time I said I was done, you from the inside said I am not. I'm grateful that the decision wasn't just up to me. We have a divine partnership. Once I yielded myself to you, you took up residency inside of me. You give me your courage when my courage isn't sufficient. You give me your faith when my faith isn't sufficient. You give me your peace when my peace has been shattered. I'm so glad I don't have to do life without you, because I know how wonderful a gift that is. For one last Sunday, let me beg you, draw men and women into salvation. Do it again this Sunday. like you've done just about every Sunday. God, not so that we can have numbers. Do it because I want to share my peace. Do it, God, because I want to share my hope. Do it, God, because I want them to feel the strength that surges through me when life says it's over. I need them to have the stick-to-itness that they can't get from a book. It has to come from you. Let them know what it's like to have the living Savior inside of them. Grab your souls on this last Sunday as an indication how you're powerful at the end, but also as a prophecy of how you'll be powerful going into the new year. We will celebrate when that hand goes up in the air today. We declare that it will. We prophesy that it will. God, we will do our part. We will do our part. We will sing this morning as we shoot arrows, not on behalf of us, but on behalf of somebody else. Father, before the choir sings, give each and every one of them an idea of where to aim, so they don't just sing notes and words, they sing with intentionality. Awaken the fire inside of every minister, that they don't speak as an act of performance, but they speak out of an act of conviction and determination. That they realize I am an atmosphere controller. I'm not subject to the atmosphere. The atmosphere is subject to me. And so, God, we declare an atmosphere of worship and praise. We declare, since you gave us dominion, an atmosphere of healing and deliverance. It will be nothing less than that. We speak an atmosphere of restoration. Even now, God, we speak to the angels that have been assigned to us. Your word declares that they work for us. And so, angels, we say right now, form a barrier around this property. That anything that's not like you tries to come in, they will be met at the gate. That nothing demonic shall touch this property. Today will be absolute glory. Today, God, you will speak without any hindrance. We declare this ground to be holy by the words of our mouth. Dwell, God. Dwell, God. Dwell, God. We enthrone you now. Find your rest in us. You don't have to strive with us. We receive you willingly. Not just receive you, we plead with you. Come, God. Come, God. Dwell among us, Emmanuel. Dwell among us, Emmanuel. Dwell among us, Emmanuel. Thank you for what all you shall do today. In Jesus' name, amen.